Yay! I ended it right on time. Hi, Prairie Queen. Hi, Cat to my Robin. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing pretty darn good. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. It's
Oh, that includes people with that have furry kids.
furry kids. Anything that you are providing care for, caring, and love. Uh, It makes you a happy Mother's Day candidate to me.
Well, I guess that's true because it's not just for the fur pets. It's like people that have, let's say, iguanas or whatever,
I
reptiles,
I
fish,
I
you
know
know.
my granddaughter has a tarantula, and she
Oh,
has
there
a
you go.
snake, and she has a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the tarantula. She hasn't mentioned it in quite some time. I haven't asked because I don't really wanna talk about tarantulas with anybody. Um,
Right?
but yeah, so yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
Happy Mother's Day. Today, okay, yesterday was my youngest daughter's 28th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, they're up, in the mountains in a cabin,
Mm-hmm.
all just the 2 of them, just taking a much needed and deserved break for their anniversary. So, it's not only okay, Mother's Day today, but and her anniversary yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
but okay, Tuesday is her birthday,
Mm.
and then 2 days after that is her late father's, my late ex-husband's birthday. So, my youngest daughter, youngest kids are supposedly the biggest show-offs. No, in our case, it was my older sister, but anyway, she has to show up, 2 days before her dad's birthday, really close sometimes on Mother's Day, but then she decides to get married. Talk
Oh,
about showing off and showing out and drawing attention to all this. Yeah, show off. So if she's watching, which she probably isn't because she gets mortified. Happy birthday coming up, happy anniversary, happy Mother's Day, and all the things. My youngest daughter, I love you, and shit. Okay,
mm-hmm.
that's out of the way. So, um, I want to talk about the Vonster. His. I don't know what's happening with Vaughn. I haven't kept up. All I know is this is May. This is
Mm.
month number 10
Yes.
since, uh, Von Helton's shower. It has
Right.
been 10 months since, Stinky Von Helton, the Vonster, Vonnie Pooh, Little Irv. It's been 10 months since he's had a shower, and that was under duress,
Mhm.
under threat of, being afoot because, J-Dubs was not gonna let him back in his car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was just about out of aerosol car spray and disinfectant and,
He put up with so much. I'm surprised it took him that long to finally force him to have a shower.
yeah, I know, and then he came out of there with a stain already on the clean wife beater shirt he had on.
Right?
And of course, everybody says, "Well, Vaughn's got a shit stain on his shirt already." I don't know what it was. It really did look like it could have been a poo stain.
Oh my I
But
didn't remember seeing that. Oh.
excuse me. Yeah. Oh, but I did see the latest. Okay, Vaughn, uh, I guess he has been wearing the same clothes, shoes, and Vaughn had said way early on that he never wore socks, never wears
Mhm.
socks. I don't know if I think John bought him some socks, but who knows where they are? Probably in the little plastic package, but I guess the shoes possibly fell apart because 'cause
Mhm,
he's been sleeping in them, doing everything, and I don't think he ever took them off. But I think he abandoned his shoes, and there is a picture of him in a public restroom, probably at a truck stop, with thong sandals, with flip-flops.
mhm.
Um, little big, they hang out the back and out the front. There's more shoe than there is foot. But the feet, that is like the feature, the double feature of those that photograph. The
Yes, I remember seeing the picture of that. That was horrific.
and fuzzy zoom, thank goodness it wasn't high def, but fuzzy, uh,
Right.
there's a zoom shot of those feet, and, okay, there are claws, there are talons, there are very long toenails here
Mhm,
and there, not all of them. It's not an
mhm.
even set. Dirty, curling under toenails, a few of them, and grime on top of his feet,
And it's black.
and it's black grime on
Like,
top of his
so
feet.
so the dirt, I can't imagine, Arizona or even Texas, black dirt on the tops of your feet and toes?
Which means that dirt has some age on it because it's oxidized, because there's nothing but, like, brown dirt, brown dust,
Exactly.
brown dirt all over, because this whole region of the US where I am, it's all
Mhm.
desert.
Right. So your soil is a lot different in color than mine would be because mine is black.
Yeah, well, because you can plant stuff in yours.
Right. Yeah.
Here, you've gotta have soil amendments and stuff, unless you're in, like, a nice little valley where all the good stuff washes down.
But it
But
looks like he stuck his feet in potting soil.
and let it dry.
Right?
And yeah, and then poured some balsamic vinegar, much like the same balsamic vinegar that Shani for Christ says everyone poured all over her children's mattresses and floors and
Right.
carpet.
Right. Oh
That's where
man.
all
Yeah.
that ground in sweat and grime and came on those
Mm.
mattresses. Somebody threw,
And
no,
his face is just the last picture I saw of him, his face was just as black with
you could
dirt.
see pores,
Yeah.
clearly defined pores because they are packed with black grime. Okay, the center of his forehead,
Mhm.
lots and lots of ground in grime up there, and his cheek area
Mhm.
around that, where there are whiskers growing out, but at the root of every single whisker is a black something.
So the
Yeah,
dirt's trapped in all his whisker hairs and everything.
and then the pores and ground in
Oh.
and yeah, yeah. Excuse me. So we're gonna talk about something really current and kind of exciting in my book to hit the YouTubes for a very long time. Okay, thinking back, Prairie Queen,
Mhm.
way back, our beginnings, when I first encountered you,
Mhm.
first found out about Vaughn,
Mhm.
and I already knew about Shanny a little bit before that, but especially
Mhm.
Vaughn, Grampy Lobster. Do believe you and I first encountered each other on the Grampy Lobster Fun Brigade.
Yes. That's how I became acquainted with you, was through Grampy.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
and Grampy was covering Vaughn
Mhm.
and, it uh, the one who screams and the beard, he's hysterical, he's just so funny. He's really cute. Uh, Poopy Pants, um, he wears diapers.
Oh, emo.
Emo, emo
Justin
Howling Wolf,
emo. Well, yeah.
Justin Emo Howling Wolf, what a hoot. He was
Yeah.
just, like, fun. Um, but Vaughn and then, of course, Shanny and Rev,
Mhm.
you know, and the Fun Brigade was just one of many, started out with there are way more now, but those years ago, when was it? 2017, 18?
Possibly.
Yeah, 2017, 18. Good many years ago now. Phew.
Yeah.
But back then, yeah, a lot of people were covering Shanny for Christ. Um, Back then. And then as years went on, of course, there was always a show, there was always something new happening to report on. Lots of reaction channels.
Mhm.
Uh, Totally, I was captivated, because hell, I'm retired. What else am I going to do? But just, and it goes, and there was always something, and some really clever channels popped up. People
Mhm.
with really good clipping skills. Um, Memes and gosh, songs and AI stuff, really clever, just fascinating. There you get delightful rabbit holes, some of them, and then
Yeah.
it they kept coming, and the years went on, and so it started to be okay. You have your reliable channels and reactions you go to keep up,
Mhm.
but then it was still fun, but it was sort of became looking back at the same old.
Right.
But then suddenly, out of left field, I do believe you are the one who turned me on to this fellow
Oh,
on the scene who is covering Shanny for Christ. Are you the one who told me about it, or did I tell you about him?
I don't recall because I know I started watching him, and I'm trying to think how
I
is it
think
that
you
I
I think you're the one who said, "Look at," I think, or was it Eileen? I can't remember who. But anyway,
no,
or
well, no, because this would be recent.
rec that's right, that's right, that's right. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, this guy is named Buff Weeb,
Yep.
BUF_WEEB, Buff Weeb. And what I thought it was like watching a firework Roman candle go off. Boom. This fellow is a combination of Jim Carrey,
Mhm.
Robin Williams,
Mhm.
and a little bit of Eddie Murphy,
Yes.
and also a part that when combined, it all is Buff Weeb. You
Yeah.
guys, um, Kat and I talked before the show. I said, Buff Weeb, he's right now, right this minute, the same time we are, covering Shanny
Right.
for Christ and Rev. And I thought,
Mhm.
"Yeah, I'm going to snipe him." And she says, wait, hold, best not. And it was good advice because there have been channels we are familiar with because these are the channels we're talking about. So we're just sniping and commented and kind of annoyed him because
Mhm.
he's even surprised. Buff Weeb is surprised at how he has exploded into like 1,000 times his viewership, his thumbs, his popularity, the money, bless him. But okay, where was I going with that?
Well, it's funny how throughout the years, just with Jason and Shani, you and I've been following. Well, I know I have been before they went to Colorado, and then the whole
Okay.
trek back. And I know there was a lot of other channels that started to come along to start um, commenting on them as well.
And then it
So,
grew from there, and they told 10 friends, and
right.
they told 10, and it grew and grew and grew. So now it's like almost a whole industry. It's a whole ecosystem
And the
on
thing is,
YouTube.
yeah, and yet some of these newer channels sort of didn't last. Some of these older channels are still there.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it's just a case of the the balance between people like Buff, who seem to have just that natural talent and radiance to pull off his streams the way he does, and his creative process with what he has done with Jason and Shani, um, as well. Whereas, because everybody else was just, okay, here's another episode of these two
Same old
acting up
stuff,
for,
beg for
yeah,
money, send them money, watch what they did with the money, get pissed
and
at what they
and,
did with the money,
and
them
then they
rubbing it in
come,
our face.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then they
wash and
comment.
repeat.
Yeah, and that's what they do, and these people just comment and saying, "Okay, here we go again. This is what they're saying. Let's clip this and show you and da da da." But Buff jumped in both feet blindly.
Here he came along with his own idea
Mhm.
for a format, a situation. He
Mhm.
placed them in a location, provided instruction, provided got a way to comment, provided a phone, um, a f and a time limit. That's important, and worked on audio. He thought of every possible nuance, and putting together a show that nobody'd ever seen before.
And that's the thing I appreciate the most about him is the other creators, the longtime creators that have been reporting on Rev and Chani and even Vaughn. They've all had the same mentality, which I I'm not saying it's, either way, good or bad. It's their own. Good on them. That's their own. And it was a case of don't touch the poo. We will
Mhm.
observe, but we do not touch the poo. And yet Buff came in with his own ideas and concepts and everything. He doesn't, like, there is no, it's not written in stone that you don't touch. He chose to do what he did creatively, independently, on his own. And wow, what a
Unapologetically.
show.
What a show. Just and he was it does not resemble anything that's ever come before.
Right.
Nothing in regard there have been some clever sons of gun out there, doing Shanny and Rev stuff, the
Mhm.
compilations,
Mhm.
the archives, yeah, clever, but this is like in another realm
See,
in
it's
coverage.
no different, like, because the attitude with a lot of these creators is also like with Josh. You don't, you talk, you um clip his streams, you laugh and you have a good time, but you just stay your distance. Um and it's kind of fun to see somebody else. He, like with Buff, he knew he wasn't going to be able to change these people's lives.
Yeah, that's not even no,
That
it's,
wasn't his
he just
agenda.
he just took something that he found fascinating and just, ran with it, and what is very unique about Buff is the fact that he has absolutely no proprietary feelings toward the subject matter. If
Exactly.
use it. He says, "Okay, after this is all done," AKA sometimes after he makes his money, he will make it public, and then once it's public, you can do anything with it. Blah, blah, blah. It's free for all. No strings attached. But about the sniping, no, I won't ever do that unless he expressly says, "Hey, Robin, you guys wanna."
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you for
Yeah, because I think that was just his one stipulation was, I don't mind you sniping me because this man is very clever. He knows exactly when you're sniping him.
yeah.
He's very tech savvy. I mean, he's got this all figured out. Hats off
Yeah.
to him. But the thing is, all he wanted, and he's stated it in his streams, like he's very honest about it, and did say he wanted the heads up, or the creators to come to him and say, would you mind? I hope you don't mind. I would like to snipe you when you're live. Back then, when the hotel, the 5-day hotel stint,
Yeah.
um, had
Brilliant.
people just
Brilliant.
approached him ahead of time, or you know, he would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
But I get it, because he put money and a lot of time, and he wasn't alone in this.
Yeah.
He
He
had
invested up front
he
his
invested up
own money.
front,
Yeah.
and he had some crew. I'm pretty sure behind the scenes, guiding
Oh, yeah.
him a little bit, helping him
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Um, and but I mean, all this time and energy and money all invested, because if you recall, he did a live stream and said, what do you think if I was to set them up in a hotel room? And the
Yeah.
chats, one in chat or for yes, and two whatever. And
Yeah.
then 4 hours later, like, and his mods were talking to him, and he says, okay, we'll talk in Discord after. And because they were trying to text him in the live chat, and then all of a sudden, boom, 4 hours later, those two were sitting in a hotel room. So I mean, he
Yeah.
did a lot of work behind the scene.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, but he just did it. No
Exactly.
excuses. He said he was thinking about it, he's gonna do it, he did it. Boom. That is
Right.
what's so delightful. In this fast-paced world that
Hmm.
we live in, we have this 24/7 world. Here is this kid who is, like, right in there. Boom, 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 and he just, like, fits in with the whole fabric of what's happening now, and he is, like a forerunner.
And very smart.
Oh
Like,
god, he's
he's
whip
coming up.
smart.
Like, I'm sitting there listening to him even explain that, his thinking process on how he's going to be doing something, or what he'll do versus what he won't do. And I'm
Yeah.
going, my God, at your age, wow.
Yeah, his brain works at way higher speeds and probably uses more brain cells than the rest of us.
Right? Yeah. But no, I think this is quite fantastic. And I have to laugh too, because even he was blown away about the amount of people that were showing up for his streams. And he
Yeah,
was used to the 40 people at the most. And he did say that he wasn't used to 500 or
hundreds.
more people
Yeah,
sitting
hundreds
in his, yeah.
and hundreds, and I think he'll hit his stride here, he'll get a feel for it because you know what? He's also, very young, and he does, like, gaming stuff. Eh,
Hmm.
I aged out of that. I
Hmm.
wasn't even there to age out of.
Hmm.
But I'm there for the Shannon and Rev stuff, man. I am there for every drop of the Shannon and Rev stuff, and he says next month he's gonna put them up again, but they
That'll
gotta
be
wait a month.
interesting. Yeah. And also, the talk about he too is going to go and um, rent a tent or get a tent, and, and go out there.
Oh, yeah, who knows,
Who knows?
he'll decide on the fly. Boom,
Mhm.
and so it's not like he can announce exactly what he's gonna do, but I'm along for the ride. I'm sticking with that kid.
Mhm.
He is just so fun. And, okay, I'm about done. Do you have anything more to say?
I was gonna say, well, I wanted to know more about Vaughn. Like, where's he at now? Do you know?
Last I heard, he was out of Texas. What comes after Texas? Did he
If
say
he,
he was in Louisiana?
oh my goodness.
I can't
Yeah, okay,
remember.
'cause that's next door.
Maybe the
Then
okay, maybe okay, he's gonna get a real culture shock going through Louisiana. That has some of the most shocking poverty. Some places of Louisiana, I drove across it way, and it was just stunningly, breathtakingly
Um, yeah, it's
poor,
um, mind you,
impoverished.
the northern part of Louisiana, up beside Texas, isn't too bad.
Right.
Um, but yeah, there is a lot of poverty there, and
You
then
take the 66. Uh,
yeah, then if he goes
oh,
up into Arkansas,
yeah.
is
Well,
he working his way back?
yeah, I think he's gonna wind up with the J-Dubs. It's his only friend in the whole world,
And
and the
who's
only
funding
person
him?
really I don't probably J-Dubs.
Yeah.
And who knows, some people in that other Discord that we used to be in, probably there, probably
Yeah,
those folks.
okay. And here's just speaking of that, it people are funding Vaughn. We know that, but
Yeah,
nobody really complains about it that
nah.
I'm aware of.
Well, nobody wants him dead, really.
Well, but
We just
people
wanna make
have
fun of him.
but they complain about funding Reverend Shani,
Yeah, oh, complain, you got the same
right?
pants to be generous
And
in.
yeah, and at this point, it's not about that anymore. But the only thing with Vaughn, I would really had hoped that he would have gotten his EBT or also some sort of subsidy, you know, monthly. But I guess he can't,
Well,
or
you
can
need
he?
an address. You need an address. You ever
Yeah, and I
in
think
some
going
cases.
from state to state, the food stamp situation isn't going to work very good. I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah,
See,
and
he
you can get
doesn't really say.
yeah, you can get an electronic, like, funds for
Oh,
food and stuff.
right.
However, you need a place, like with mail or so to prove that, you're just not passing through to get the
Mhm.
state welfare, or the
Oh,
county.
gotcha.
Yeah, so he's gotta, like, prove that he's not just some guy zipping through to collect bank
Hmm.
and stuff. Yeah.
And I wonder
So
if that's one of the reasons why Rev and Shani have not left Pennsylvania.
well, they have to establish, okay, they live there, but and I'm wondering, like, if they get ID, they do have to have sort of some kind of a mailing address, but I'm wondering if they're avoiding it because of taxes and the warrants or
Well,
anything?
the
I'm
only
wondering
logical
because they
thing I
can't.
could see them do is make a deal with Uncle Tom and say, okay, can we use your address as our mailing address?
Well, they don't need Uncle Tommy because the CIC provides free ways to get your ID. They'll help you with it.
That is true. That is, and see, these are all the things that that Buff has investigated. He went as far as investigating all this to call them out on their BS.
Yeah, and he has people that are in the know that feed him information too. He's got a
Oh
nice
yeah,
little team.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So,
which I think is wonderful. But no, I don't know. What do you think's going to happen with Rev and Shen?
well, for one thing, Buff isn't gonna let them totally out of his grasp, and he's smart. He's
Hmm.
gonna keep them dingling, dangling. I'll buy you," and he's buying them food. He's buying them burgers and
Right.
beverages and stuff, even now. I guaranteed, and he says he is. But what will happen is that we're all gonna be looking forward to next month
Hmm.
and another round, and I can hardly wait. So it's just kind of sustaining things, keeping the status quo,
Hmm.
leading up to the another big, variety show. "Hey, 6 drops. Hey, 6 drops. Good to see you, honey. Happy Mother's Day to you, 6 drops. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Good to see you." Okay, boy, talk about the 11th hour, 6. We're about quitting here because it's
Mhm.
Mother's Day and for my Mother's Day gift, okay,
Mm.
from my youngest daughter because, it's her anniversary, her birthday coming up. It's, her dad's birthday coming up. Mother she, for my Mother's Day, paid for my laundry to be done.
Mm.
And it was picked up yesterday. It got back this morning. It's called spa folding. They fold your clothes. They
Oh,
match your
nice.
socks. They put all your tops in one bag. They put
Mhm.
all your pants and skirts in another bag. They put, um, pants, skirt, yeah, undies, and then a big fluffy stuff in another bag, so you're bagged in categories when it comes back. Oh, so and I took a picture for my daughter, my empty pants closet,
Mhm.
and then my empty shirts closet,
Mhm.
and then after I got everything hung up and put away, I took after pictures of my pants closet and my shirt closet, and I sent them off to her, to her cabin up in the mountains on her on her anniversary
Mhm.
slash birthday celebration. You little poopy pants. Put them down.
What a
But
lovely
I
way to celebrate, to do that. A little cabin in the woods.
the little cabin in the woods, yeah. Yeah, because, she's got a big city job, this
Mm.
hustle and bustle, government, blah, 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 big high stress, so, yeah, she deserves it, so but I have clean laundry. Oh, my dear, and all my drawers are full. My
Mm.
pajama drawers are full, and my undies and my socks, the best thing ever. Because my laundry hasn't been done except hand wash. My laundry
Mhm.
has not been done since December.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, just about every single thing I own was yeah, things were skimpy, but, I'm pretty good at hand wash. Pretty good, pretty
Well, the
good.
thing is too, we make do with what we have,
Don't
and but
we?
it's oh my god, but when that that laundry service is quite the treat, and I'm sure it comes with lots of gratitude and appreciation.
Oh, yeah. And the neat thing they it's a dollar 40 cents a pound.
Oh.
For washing dry, you get to choose if you want scented, unscented, if you want extra dryer sheets, if you want fragrance beads in the wash water, you get to choose all this stuff. I just asked for dryer sheets because static. Um,
Mhm.
but $1.40 a pound, and they don't weigh it until after it's all done and fluff dried.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you're charged by the pound. And then this guy, eh, um, I weighed it before it went out. Okay, got my scale, put it on, and it said 40 pounds on
Mhm.
my bathroom scale. He says it was 30 pounds. So I think maybe he's using a flawed scale, but so I only paid for 30 pounds worth. So, and I thought, oh my God, and it's folded so neatly, my socks were matched up. So I tipped him $15.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And because my daughter yeah, so I had way a lot more money than I needed to use for because he shorted himself 10 pounds.
Mhm.
Bless his heart. So, yeah, I'm just so pleased. Holy
Mhm.
shit. Yes. So, anyway, I'm about I'm about all played out here.
Yeah, same here. I'm just cooking a ham. Um,
Your big old honkin' ham. Tell
oh,
tell our listening audience about that big old honkin' ham you
oh
have.
my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm I'm going to a potluck on Tuesday with the quilting group, and we're having a potluck. So I decided I was going to make little mini quiches in tart shells. So I needed ham. And I figured, well, I'm feeling lazy. I think what I'll do is I'll buy one of those football size processed hams.
And the webby stuff
Yeah.
that
And
you have to
then,
cut out, yeah.
and because I figured, well, just to be different, I was being lazy, I could dice it up, no problem. So I go over and they were selling them by the half for around $18.
Mm,
And I says to a lady, oh my goodness, because I normally don't buy them. And when I've seen them on sale, they were normally 10. Mind you, that was several months ago.
yeah.
Um, 6 months ago, maybe. And you know how food has been going up in price a little bit.
Mhm.
So anyways, I was kind of like, wow. And then she held up a real chunk of ham on the bone and said, yes, and this is why I'm buying this. And I looked at it and I said, well, how much is that? And she said about the same price. And I said,
Mm.
really? And so she says, yeah. So I went over and looked, and my God, she was right. So I thought, okay, you know what? Real ham it is, because it fits in a big medium sized roaster. It's in the oven right now. And I thought,
Mm.
not only will I have the ham that I can, because I decided, okay, I'm redoing this. It's no quiches for the potluck. I'm bringing sliced ham.
There you go. Plus you've got the bone for soup.
I got the
Ugh.
bone for soup. I'm
Ah,
sure I'll still have enough ham for myself that I can dice up, and I'll make my own little quiches and
you'll
throw them
have
in the
your own
freezer.
quiches, by golly. So, oh, smart, smart, smart.
Yeah, I'll make my own quiches whenever, so the panic's not on. Because in the meantime, what I did for $6.99, and now I
Mm.
have to remember that's middle of Canada prices, a quart of heavy whipping cream
Phew.
is $6.99.
Holy, that's like cheese.
And so, yeah, so I went and I had bought that. And when I came home, I'm going, well, now, what am I supposed to do with this quart of whipping cream? I'm going, yeah, you know what? You can make your own quiches. I'm going, oh,
There
there
you
you go.
go.
And then, of course,
Perfecto.
I couldn't find any Gruyere cheese, none to be had. I don't understand it. So I picked up smoked Gouda, thinking, okay, well, let's try that. I didn't realize the brick of smoked Gouda was $20.
Oh, be
A big,
still my
big
heart.
square, what would
Yeah,
look like a 1 pounder,
yeah.
$20.
Phew, God,
And
it's
I'm like,
just
yeah, this is why
unreal.
you don't buy cheese.
Right? Oh, man.
But the price of food, but it's gone up everywhere for everybody in every state, every province, and overseas. And I refuse to fall victim to the panic and the upset of the rising food costs. I'm aware of it,
Mhm.
but instead of panicking and letting it upset me, I'm just going to go, okay, I'll consider this a challenge. What else can I do? So like that half a football ham turns into a leg or a quarter or whatever.
Yeah.
And now I've just created more meals for the same price.
Right, and varied, and
It,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all you do. You make do, it's what you do, and always think about what happens next.
Yeah, and then pre-plan,
Yeah.
just sort of plan out your meals. It's because the prices are going to go up, and eventually mm, they're not going to fall,
No.
but they're going to finally just steady themselves out. But in the
We'll
meantime, you
see.
just got to be very creative. And so I've taken this on as more of a creative challenge,
Yeah.
and I know you have too. You've been very creative.
Yeah, well, it's the mother of invention, that
Mhm.
necessity and stuff. So, that being said, I'm gonna go rustle up a tuna casserole, and I'm using, Alfredo sauce instead of mushroom soup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
There
and
you
I'm putting
go.
peas in it and little a shredded carrot and a little celery. Yeah,
See, there you go. There you
and
go.
then it'll freeze, but you gotta make it extra soupy,
Mhm.
so because it's gonna because, my last effort at using Alfredo sauce, I used gnocchi, and it became a paving plank.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah.
So I'll be making it extra soupy for the storage part. So anyhow,
Mhm.
I think that's it for us today.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day again to everybody. John aside, tell Renee, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you, to all
Yeah.
you mothers and others out there.
Happy Mother's Day,
Ha-
everybody.
Happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day, and we'll see you. We're going to end this. See you